We're currently at Asantewaa Interchange, the location of these magnificent murals that represent these forward-thinking, really radical women. Mabel Dove, Millicent Dankwa,
Asantewaa.
Justice Anijaki was one of the first women to be judged on the continent.
We were hoping we could finish earlier, but things have been slow with the challenges we had at crossing the road and being able to work under the conditions of the sun and the rain, but it's been good.
From my side, I'm working in between the road, which is very risky because some cars have barged into us several times, but no one has recorded injured or anything. One of the challenges I personally face in this project is height. Climbing and dropping, crossing the highway to check how far you have gone with the work and all that.
So on this project, we work around the clock, Mondays to Friday, and sometimes we come on Saturday to be able to finish it up. But it's been all good because the people around are now like family. We've been learning from each other and we've been making great efforts to make this work possible.
It's been great over here for about a month and like 2 weeks. We've been working intensively hard over here. We faced a lot of challenges. Car hitting our cones and our signs that demarcates or tells drivers to slow down. Thank God we are blessed, nothing happened. We still existed and we are about to do more as we can.
This is like one of the best ways in which we can make people aware of what they did for us. Somebody like Ocloo, the woman who designed the Ghana flag, it's our identity, it's who we are, it represents us. For someone like her, we don't talk about her enough. Recently I found out that she didn't even know that her design was even selected to be the Ghana flag. She was just there and then she saw it on TV or something when Ghana declared independence. And she wasn't talked about enough. It was rather like some man, I don't even know his name, who was given the credit. I wouldn't even mention his name if I did. He was given the credit for hair work and hair design. So it's important for us to highlight women and their contributions and what they've done for us.
Between the 50s and the 60s, most of the continent and the African diaspora did not have women, a high political leadership. Throughout the world, throughout the black diaspora, Justice Anijaki was one of the first women to be judged in the Commonwealth at the time, and definitely one of the first on the continent. So at the time that in so-called advanced democracies, women were fighting for the vote, women were fighting for representation, in Ghana at the time, women were already leading. Actually, if you compare that period to now, it seems as if the politics from the 50s and the 60s was even more progressive than what we have now, because there was a high level of top political hierarchy management which were occupied by women. Mabel Dove Dankwa, who was one of the first women to be elected into parliament on the continent. So there's a series of firsts. If you have to contextualize the work of these women and their legacies, they were leading at a time that it wasn't popular throughout the world, not just on the continent, throughout the world for women to be occupying such prominent political spaces, but they were. Millicent Dankwa was one of the first female pilots on the continent, south of the Sahara also, to fly an airplane solo. And throughout the world, not many women had done that. I mean, these were really remarkable things that they did at the time of their existence, at the time when universally there wasn't that much women representation in modern politics, you know, so to speak.
So Afuabe is my favorite among them, and then I know about only 3 of them, which is Afuabe, Ocloo, and Asantewaa, whom when I was growing up, I know about them. So apart from them, the 7 of them, I knew them from this project, yeah. So this project has been educative to me, and then also has given me the larger platform to express what I know I do best. Yeah, it's great working on these iconic figures. And I'm from Tema. And I've read a little bit and I've known that Deda Shikisha lived in Tema. So I think Tema also is in the building as well. Big ups to Deda Shikisha for putting Tema on the map too. Not only Ghana, but Tema, the center of the world. I love all of them for their great major roles that they've played for Ghana. And I'm happy doing them because I will also be an iconic figure one day since I've put in great iconic figures over there.
It was important that the work itself will be represented in this spectacular manner, but then also to allow the general public to also create their own interaction and their own understanding, basically start a conversation about who these women are, what they represent, and also how they are presented, how they look. If you pay close attention, on one side of the street, we have them in masquerade outfits, and it looks like they are under a really colorful ocean. And then across from it, you have a portal on the wall, and then there's also a portal above them. So we have them traveling from one world through the portals, and then on the other side of that, we show them sitting in what seems like this earth, dressed in traditional Ghanaian outfits for women.
If you look at the work, you would notice that there are 2 creatures, let me call them creatures. So those are derived from the Dagara mythologies and folktales. Dagara from the Upper West region in Ghana. When you read most of these stories, you would find like a very common feature amongst them, which is about community, about coming together and creating the best out of yourself. And we try to link it also to the stories of the women who are featured here. When you look at everybody's contribution holistically, you can see that without each one's contribution, we wouldn't be where we are today. When you combine the work everybody has done, you see the full picture, you see the entirety of what Ghana is supposed to be or what Ghana should look like. Combining what my colleagues would call a lemon bird and ostrich peacock, we are trying to tell the story of togetherness, of coming together to build something beautiful, of coming together, the importance of a community.
We are almost done with 99.5% of the whole work that we've done over here. We are on this. As you can see, I'm on the bubbles to show how underwater looks. That's what I'm on with my colleague. We're just doing the finishing touches. First of all, I feel very great. I feel much honored to be part of this project, and then wherever this project goes, I think my name will also be there. So I feel very great to be on this project.
Art has been exciting all of my life. So every time I'm on the wall, on the street, anywhere, I have to enjoy myself because this is what I do for a living. So it has been exciting all the time. If you are not excited, meaning you are learning.
This project is one of my favorite projects. I feel so great